Good morning everyone, today we're looking at my first ever TAG Heuer watch. I'm no idea if that's how you pronounce it, but I had to actually look it up online and that's how they told me to pronounce it, so I'm going to go with that. So this is my first one, so let's get right onto it, shall we? Just look at the box. This outside cover, nice sort of grey look to it, nice and heavy, nice. It's just a simple outside cover, this one really. Nice TAG Heuer embossing on the top there. Inside we've got a bit more sort of a navy blue style box that just slides out like that, and then the actual manual is just tucked into its own separate compartment down the bottom of the outside cover box. Nice heavy box, well defined, good nice sharp corners, no sort of evidence that it's been like the seam lines or anything like that, no evidence of that. Inside we've got a bit more of sort of a darker grey finish inside. The TAG Heuer printing on there. Nice soft cushion to the back part of the box. Nice luxury style sock. Be careful not to push that too far in there because I actually got that stuck just now. I couldn't get it out. So here we go guys, this is the TAG Heuer Formula 1. There's a 43mm case diameter with a 12mm case thickness. Retails on Amazon now actually for £1,250. Probably weighs around about 180-200 grams. It's got a decent weight to it and uses a Swiss quartz movement. I couldn't tell you the exact caliber of the movement, but it's I just couldn't find the information out online, so you might have to do some deep diving to figure that out. But coming down to the dial, we've got a sunray blue style dial, so it's very, very nice and stylish with pointy luminous hands, fully luminous increments, and two sets of two numbers for the 12 and the 6 p.m. with that Formula 1 print on the bottom there. So the actual original launch of this watch came out in 2021 for the F1. TAG Heuer has been a partner of Pan America as well, and they also sponsored Steve McQueen and Ayrton Senna. Lots of big names in there. They are a big popular sponsor in motorsport nowadays. We've got date dial at the 3 p.m. as well. Plain inside sort of mirror finish to the actual inside of the face there. Coming out to the bezel, we've got a quite easy to move. It feels a little bit lighter actually for size. I was expecting it to feel a little bit heavier. It's quite easy to turn this bezel, but it clicks into place quite nicely. It's a just a mini marker style bezel. You can hear the noise there. It just sounds a little bit. I feel like it should sound a little bit different to that. Coming out to the casing. And a better look at the bezel, you see it's a bit more of a sort of like a cog on like a gear cog in a car. It's got 316 stainless steel casing all around the outside, full sapphire glass across the top. The actual dial itself, rather than being just sunray, it's made of aluminium as well, and aluminium bezel too. 200 meter water resistance offered, and a 21.5 millimeter bracelet. We'll move on to that in a second. For now, let's have a look at the crown. So obviously it operates on a Swiss quartz movement, if you can see from the hands there. There's almost no feedback to the crown when you turn it, but then you can hear that like that higher pitch sort of click when it turns around. It doesn't feel heavy. It sounds cheap. But I think that's the sound they're trying to go for. Second position. Yeah, you got a fairly good amount of feedback. I probably would have expected more for the price point. Doesn't feel too strong. It's quite easy to move those hands around the face. But it's got a decent amount of crown protection, as you can see here on the side. So, come down to the strap. We've got almost like an oyster style strap. 21.5mm in width, adjustable by a little tiny, I think they're pins, so you need like a little pin and a hammer to knock those through. Coming down to the clasp. The clasp is a double push button deployment system, revealing a double fold over system with a sort of a cheaper stainless steel interior component there. I would have expected just a bit more for my money there, to be fair, because that's only a sort of a cheap mechanism. I've seen watches with better, thicker pieces of stainless steel in here for a quarter of the price. Plenty of room for adjustment on the actual clasp if it doesn't fit exactly how you want it. That's inside of the sort of the clasp back there. And finally, having a look at the back plate, we've got a screw down back plate with a sort of a racing look to it, and some markings on the back there, so you can familiarise yourself with how the back looks. No sort of quick release options on the strap, unfortunately. So there we go, guys. There's the TAG Heuer Formula 1.